Have you ever driven past a spot where a movie theater used to be, and now it's just gone? It's not just your imagination. The big screen is in the middle of a serious crisis, and honestly, it's happening faster than a lot of us realize. So today, we're going to break down the perfect storm that's threatening the very future of going to the movies.
And look, this isn't some far-off prediction. This is happening right now. A headline like this tells you everything. We're talking about AMC, one of the biggest names in the game, actively shrinking. It's a huge red flag that their whole way of doing business is in serious trouble. So what's the deal? Is it really as simple as, oh, everyone's just streaming now? Well, it's actually a lot more complicated than that. It's kind of like a perfect storm of problems all hitting at once, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack. All right, let's dive right into the first big issue. And honestly, it's the one that hits you in the wallet immediately, the cost. I mean, just thinking about how much a trip to the movies costs these days can be enough to make you just stay home, right?
Now, the source material we're looking at, well, they don't pull any punches. They literally call this whole thing the pricing scam, and they say it really boils down to three key parts: the tickets themselves, the snacks, and all those sneaky extra fees. So first up, the price of admission. You can see it right here on the chart. The cost today versus just 20 years ago is a massive jump. What used to be a pretty affordable night out is now a serious line item in your budget.
And then of course you get inside and wow, just look at that number, an 850% markup on concessions. The source calls this robbery, and you can kind of see why. See, theaters have to do this because studios take such a huge cut of the ticket money. So the popcorn and soda are where they make their profit. But still, you could easily end up paying more for your snacks than you did for the actual movie ticket.
Oh, but it doesn't stop there. Then you get hit with all the upcharges. It feels like you're being nickel and dimed, doesn't it? Want to see it in 3D? That'll be extra. IMAX? Even more. You want to, pick your own seat or sit in one of those fancy recliners? Yep, you're going to pay for that too. By the time you're done, the final bill can be a real shock. Okay, but let's just say you're fine with the price. You're willing to pay up. That brings us to the second huge problem. What are you actually getting for all that money? Because a lot of the time, the in-theater experience itself is, well, it's falling flat.
I mean, this list probably looks pretty familiar to you, right? The glow of someone's phone screen, your shoes sticking to the floor, seats that are just worn out, and, of course, people having a full-blown conversation during the most important scene. Every single one of these things just yanks you right out of the movie.
And this is the real kicker. These aren't just little pet peeves. The whole point of going to the theater was to get this amazing, immersive experience that you just couldn't get at home. So when that promise gets broken, when it's full of distractions, that high ticket price becomes basically impossible to justify. So you've got these internal issues, the high prices and the crummy experience, and that has left theaters completely vulnerable to their number one enemy, streaming. And man, when you put them side by side, it's kind of a brutal comparison. At home, you've got zero interruptions, you're on your own, clean, comfy couch. You pay one flat fee for tons of stuff, not a high price for one movie, and you can pause it whenever you want. On convenience alone, theaters just can't win.
But of all the advantages that streaming has, this one right here is the absolute killer. It used to be that if you wanted to see a new movie, the theater was your only choice for months and months. That has totally, completely changed. Just check out this timeline. This shows the theatrical window, that exclusive time when a movie is only in theaters. It's collapsed from half a year down to, in some cases, just 17 days. It totally changes the calculation. Why rush out and spend all that money when you know you can just wait a couple of weeks and watch it at home?
So when you put it all together, the crazy high prices, the frustrating experience, and this super convenient and powerful alternative in streaming, what in the world does the future look like for movie theaters?
Honestly, the path forward is murky at best. Theaters are really stuck between a rock and a hard place. They need to charge those high prices just to survive, but those very prices are what pushes more and more people towards staying home. It's a vicious cycle. So we'll end on this.